What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. Big shout out to my doggy Bobby Roster coming through and boosting up the coin. 100%, no doubt about it. So we got a leak for you, man, who ain't no, regarding Ben Whittaker. This is the leaked video from the altercation. This is the prelude to the altercation. And let's play the video, but we're also exposed. These are the first pictures essentially of Whittaker's foot. Here we go. That's a dead one. Jeez, folks. Let's get the other leak up here. That's still... What's going on here? What kind of pagan situation is this right now? I saw one that was a good leak. So he says something to the fan. He goes, "What you doing, man?" I think. Listen. Oh, allow it. Ah, you got a giraffe here, folks. What's going on? What? This is mad, folks. Here we go. This is the one. Still. Listen carefully. What you doing, man? Sounds low T as well, if I'm honest. Obviously, he's down bad. I get it. You got punched up, man. You can't talk about the decibels. What you doing, man? Man, he sounds like the dude I did a video on a little while ago, Dillian White's cousin, who got punched up by the gamer goober. What you doing, man? My name is Israel. My name Ben Wick. I'm mad. Yeah. So Ben Whittaker says, "What you doing, man?" Says, "What you doing, man?" I mean, it's funny as well. As soon as the camera turns on, he gets off his foot. See, that's frame there. So he's on his feet. He's standing 10 toes down. Solid. Right? This dude is standing 10 toes down. The minute he sees the camera, he picks it up like, "Whoa, it's off. My foot's bad, man." And all of a sudden, he's walking gingerly on it again. Look at this guy slide it out the back. Watch. He sees the camera. He's like, "Oh, get that foot off the floor." And he's trying to kick off. Is there some more leak? No, there's no more leak. But you hear him. This is and then the man shows his phone there. It got smashed up. So he says, "What are you doing, man?" And goes towards the guy. Is it snaky? Someone trying to record him? Listen, just take your licks, in my opinion. That's my advice. Take it. At that point, it's all over for you. Some dudes don't know when it's over for them. Ben's still trying to cling on to how things used to be. It's over for you in that sense. You're never going to be that guy again unless you came back. It's possible. Have we seen it before? Have we seen someone come back from such a pathetic showing? If he knocks out Liam Cameron, is it all forgiven? I don't think he can knock out Liam Cameron, though. He hit him with his best shots in them first 2 rounds. I don't think he can. In fact, and I'll bet on that fight going the distance. That's what I'd bet on. Because you might get good odds. I think there'll be a lot of people thinking Cameron will stop Whittaker, and there'll be people thinking Whittaker will stop Cameron. So I'll bet on that fight going distance. That's what I'd do. Just off guessing right now. But still, the point is, the guy finished, man. How about that? I'm not even sure what I was talking about, but he finished. Oh, that was it. Should someone really record him or not? Like I said, that was probably the only guy on the earth who really wanted to record you. You should have been doing some zesty thing you've been doing, right? You should have been cutting the Michael Jackson. All that twisting and whatever else you'd be doing. That's what you should have done. Done him a dance. That's what you're good for, right? You're good for stunts and dancing. You should have cut him a jig. He probably pissed off. You think, I paid £20 for that pay-per-view, man. Dance. You need to start dancing for my money. That's what you need to start doing. 100%. That's what you wanted you to do. What's that song called? Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, ooh, ooh, dance monkey. No racial epithets there though, folks. That's just a light skin on light skin crime violation right there. Don't worry about that one. Anyway, now to the specific thing which this video is supposed to be about. The actual moody leg. I did a video earlier or yesterday talking about the official diagnoses of Ben Whittaker, and it's been diagnosed as a catastrophic break of the L3 gynecological pelvic bone, which is basically the area between the clitoris and the vaginal opening. that has been catastrophically wounded. He also has, like I said, hyperfantastic estrogen production in his ovaries. Those are the two diagnoses for Ben Whittaker I can give to you officially leaked. Ben came to Dr. YB because he know no one else, come on now, in this game, who is the most experienced with the nans? You can't find, I'm sorry people, I'm not trying to big myself up, but you can't find a higher level, a more experienced gynecological doctor than the YB. And that's just fact. So he knew where to come. Ben, come on now. Ben Shalong, he knows the doctors and the lawyers to find, right? He came straight to me. I told him, Bash, them ovaries are pulsating estrogen in your blood, bro. And also, like I said, you have a catastrophic fracture of the L3 gynecological bone, pelvic bone, which sits between the clitoris and the vaginal opening. Very sensitive area right there, and you cracked it. So you're getting that fixed right now. For sure. Anyway, following the unprecedented incident, Whittaker is undergoing further assessments on his neck, aka there's nothing there. And secondarily, he also experienced a sprained ankle and will be undergoing rehab. Oh my god. Rehab for a sprained ankle. What you can do with people, rehab just means you can only move the foot one way, up or down, essentially. Can you do a bit left and right? Maybe a little bit, but how exactly are you going to rehab an ankle? Move it up and down a few times, 10 reps. 10 reps of flapping your ankle up and down, Ben. Let's rehab that ankle, man. Come on. Come on. And Ben Shalong said he's going to be out for a long time. He's going to need a long time for this injury. Determined to be back in the ring as soon as possible. Ben Shalong went on to say it's going to be probably a long time. He's not going to fight in December now, obviously. But then again, why is it obvious? A sprained ankle. He should be gagging. Liam Cameron was barely getting into that fight. He should be saying, hey man, put me on that Fury versus Usyk 2 card. Oh, I need this. You've both already had a camp, so you're on a rolling camp. It was a tough fight for both men to some extent, but not enough rounds for it to be really grueling. Take a week off, man. Get straight back into camp and run it. You probably got 10 weeks. Right? You must have 10 weeks. So from the 12th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 weeks. Plenty of time. Have a week off to rest your moody, sprained, alleged ankle. Even 2 weeks off. Get back in 8-week camp. An 8-week camp after you've done a 10-week camp and you've fought 4 times in a year, no problem. Get your ass back in there. Don't forget, he was saying, oh, it's all too easy. So it's not like he's had 4 hard fights this year. He's been faffing around for 4 fights. He only was in there for... The first 2 rounds were pretty easy. So he's only had 2 rounds of hard work. Get back in there in December. I don't want to hear no more about how you need more time and it's probably going to be a year out. How your back's playing up again. That's convenient. It's a shame your back wasn't playing up when you decided, and your neck wasn't playing up when you decided to go. You went. Watch this. You went. You went. Your neck and your back looked just fine when you was blowing it out. Somersault went over the ring. Oscar nominee looking ass. So anyway, before I go, let's show you this thing one more time. Not the video. I want to show the actual. Yeah, come on. There's no swelling here. That tape ain't gonna support nothing either. This is a few strands of tape. It's not even wrapped properly. They've put a big plaster on it. That looks like an ankle plaster. A big plaster on it and then a few strands of tape. If your ankle's really bummed, you'd wrap that round like you're wrapping a glove. Or wrapping your hands kind of thing. Just wrap tape. If it's that bummed up, you'd just wrap it and wrap it and wrap it. Get that good support. It's not bummed up. Nothing wrong with his leg. This is the wrapping they give to someone who they're trying to appease, right? Doctors, they know when you're talking rubbish. They know when there's nothing wrong. It was like a child. Oh, I've hurt myself. And you can just give them a psyop. Get a plaster out. Oh, or mum will kiss it better. Mum kisses it better, or you get a magic plaster out and it's, oh yeah, wicked. That's what this is. This is mummy's magic plaster on his leg. Nothing wrong with his leg, man. That's an oopsie doopsie on his leg. Where the swelling at? For a roll of an ankle, Number one, I've never heard of someone pulling out of a fight because of that. But if an ankle was rolled and it was that bad you couldn't continue, and it was that bad you had to untie your boot during the allotted, contracted fight, there best be something to show for it. Yeah? There's literally no swelling. I can't be more specific than that. His leg looked exactly the same. Yeah, look at his leg here, it goes straight down. Look at his leg here, it goes straight down. Even the curve you can observe there. It's exactly the same. There's no swelling. You can see clearly his ankle bit there. I'm not sure what the actual anatomy is called, but you see that bit popping out. When I've bummed my leg up my ankle before, and you can't even, there's no definition of the ankle joint. It's just bulbous and soft and swollen. I've had the gout before, and your foot's just all puffy looking. Do you understand? Embarrassing. Yeah, and then when the cameras turn on, you moving and acting all gingerly on it. People can say, YB, you hate and you're always picking up on things that he ain't really do. You didn't have to put it on your leg. That was part of the sell tactic. Oh, let me signal that I'm really injured. He knew he didn't need no tape on there. Yeah, he knew he didn't need no tape. He just put it on there to try and, oh, it's really bad. But it wasn't that bad, because if it was that bad, like I said, you'd have been wrapped it right. You wouldn't have put... It's about 30 centimeters. It's about 20 centimeters of tape there. What's that going to support, people? Do you know, your ankles have to support 70, 80 kilos of weight above you. What exactly? If you put that much tape on your hand, it would be off in about 2 minutes. You ain't going to get no support from that, even on your hand. And your hand isn't supporting no weight. Your feet are constantly moving and supporting your weight. What that doing? An oopsie doopsie magic plaster and some tape on top. Wow. The new, welcome folks. If you didn't know, the new age is here. It's been here. New age. Old school dudes would refuse. Obviously they wouldn't have quit in the first place, but I'm saying they wouldn't want to be seen with some pussy tape on their ankle like that for a roll. Right? It's not. You don't want to be seen as sweet. It's like David Haye when he got his toes out. Old school dudes wouldn't want you to hear, oh, I couldn't do what I wanted to do because my toe was hurting. They'd understand the repercussions of it and what it meant, or what it would signify as them as men. I don't want to be known as the man who complained about not doing nothing in a fight because my toe was hurting. Hey, your toe. I don't believe Hayes' toe was hurting. I don't believe it. And when I looked at it, let's have a look at Hayes' toe now. Whilst we're on the subject, let's have a look at David Big Toes Haye. David Haye toe. Because if I remember correctly, it's his little toe as well. I can't believe it. I've been psyoped all this time. I was led to believe that it was his big toe. Now, if you've boxed before, you push off your big toe. Your little toe, of course, inherently or inevitably, it does provide some stability. If you're used to having 5 toes and you only have 4, you'll notice a little tiny loss of traction. But in boxing, you're always fighting off the inside of your foot. No one pushes out on the outside of their foot. Right? You don't push out. You push out, by definition, with your first 3 toes, essentially. The other 2 are half the time not even on the ground, if you think about it. They're just in the air somewhere. So Big Toe Haye thought it was appropriate to complain about his little toe. I don't care what was wrong with your little toe. And again, all the pseudo boxing, oh IB, you've never been in the ring and you don't know what it's like. I'm telling you now, if I had a bum toe, I'd have cracked on. He could have wrapped it up before the fight, and you telling me it happened in the fight? Okay, it happened in the fight. Still, crack on. And the fact I couldn't drive in. People, get your chin down, get your hands up and wade into him. Who here saw Haye wading in? No one. That's what the old fighters wouldn't look for excuses. Haye thought, I'll lose on points to Vlad. He didn't fight. Even if his toe was good, he wouldn't have fought. He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight like that. He didn't want to turn it into a dog match, which he probably would have needed to have done with Vlad. That's how you beat Vlad. Even AJ showed that. You've got to put your hands on him. You can't faff around and box with Vlad. It's ridiculous for someone 6'3" as well, like Haye and light in the back, cruiserweight. It's ridiculous to think he was going to go in there and just try and outbox a man who's 10 inches taller, who's been doing that style. You don't need a whole bunch of toes for what you need to do. Get your head down, get your hands up, man, and wade into him and have a fight with him. That's what you needed to do. About my toe, my little toe was hurting. Where they find these guys at, man? Where they find these guys at? Only a light-skinned Donny would come with this one here. Embarrassing. Yeah? I've seen dudes with their arm bungled out. Dislocated shoulder, still trying to find a way to win. You can't... Oh, I don't care what any boxing bisexual tale tries to educate me on. You'll never let me believe that someone's dislocating their shoulder is less important than a little toe. Honestly, of all the injuries I could have, a sprained ankle and a little toe going would be up there for my choices. Doesn't stop your hands working. Doesn't stop your feet working for what they need to do. It's gonna be, no doubt it was cool. I'm struggling to see how it would even cause pain, if I'm honest. With that amount of adrenaline going through you. Maybe I'm wrong. How is it I've seen Chris Eubanks Sr. with a broken orbital still in there fighting, trying to find a way. I don't care what no one says. You'll never get me to believe a man can fight with a broken orbital, but can't fight with... I don't even think it was broken. And even if it was broken, Eubanks' eye was bust. Critical. An eye is critical. You can't do nothing without your eyesight. Never mind the pain. Head pain is different levels, man. I don't care what no one says. Head pain is a different type of pain to a little toe. In a fight, for sure. Eye pain distracts you. You can't see. You get hit more as a result. Haye wasn't getting hit more because his little toe gone. He could see just fine. He can use his hands just fine. His feet might have been a little slower, allegedly. Allegedly. Find a way to win. I'm not saying it's great advice, but you could turn, if you was, I can't push off my right leg, turn southpaw. Turn southpaw and push off your left leg then. Try something, right? Get on him. Let your hands go. And then get knocked out. And then afterwards say, listen, man, I got knocked out. You can see my movement. What isn't how it used to be. That's because my toe went. But I wanted to try and find a way to win. I didn't want to go out sad. Where was that narrative? Right? Where is the, I'm going to give it my best, try and make it work, try and be a solution, try and find a way to win, and then afterwards I'll say, well, you clearly saw I wasn't boxing my fight tonight. I couldn't be light on my feet. I couldn't push off my back leg, so I had to turn southpaw, and I tried different things and nothing worked. I got knocked out. Trying in desperation to achieve my destiny. What can I say? No. Not the light-skinned new age. Oh, my toe. People like Haye and Whittaker, they love it when something goes wrong because they got a bit. Like people were sucking Haye off about the Tony Bellew fight. Haye couldn't wait for something to go wrong for him. He couldn't wait. He loves it. It's like, yes, that's wicked for me now. My Achilles heel's gone. I got an excuse to lose again. What was the first fight? Something else was going wrong with Haye in the first fight with Tony Bellew. Oh, they love it. He's like, and yeah, he tried to get back in the ring, but there's always something wrong with him. Is it a coincidence? There's always something wrong with him? Always in a big moment, something wrong? I don't believe it. All the old school guys, no doubt they had things wrong too. Nigel Benn punched out of the ring. Eubank broken the orbital. They try and find ways, solutions. And being hard and having a go and swinging about, like Nigel Benn did with McLennan, is an answer in a fight, unfortunately. You don't need a little toe to get your head down and have a go. Haye's supposed to be the big haymaker, right? Explosive with the hands. What's the point of having explosive hands and you're not throwing them? I don't want to hear about no little toe, so get him out of here. Yeah? Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, let off the bell. In fact, you know what? I think Ben Whittaker might be. He might be the long-lost love child of David Haye. You see that one there? There's something ungainly about these two. That's the truth. They're both quick. Well, Haye's allegedly powerful. Who did he knock out though? He didn't knock out Vlad. The one guy he needed to knock out, he didn't knock out. So okay, again, I'm skeptical of Haye's power. I'm going to be honest. I'm skeptical of Haye's power. That's what I am. His power does not go down in the all-time great heavyweights like some people allege. Oh, Haye was the best what? Because he punched up Audley Harrison. Come on now. Who did Haye ever knock out? Let's have a look. Who did Haye ever knock out? I'm sorry. He was overrated in a very weak era. That's my base case for David Haye. And an old school dude, Tony Thompson, I believe, or Carl Thompson, one of the two, punch him up. Give him the old school. And Haye jacked. Boxer, here we go. Let's have a look here, folks. Okay, who did Haye knock out then? You got stopped by... See, people, let me tell you something now. So Haye ruptured his Achilles tendon in the 6th. You had 5 rounds against 175-pounder Tony Bellew. Yeah, and Haye wasn't getting at it in them first 5 rounds. He wasn't doing nothing really, just faffing around. So that's the point I'm making here. You was in there making a meal of it. If you're that powerful and you're that good and you're that... He was a big favourite in that fight, right? Hey, the big bad light-skinned Donny. And you're supposed to be the haymaker. What are you in there more than 5 rounds of Tony Bellew for? Usyk and a heavyweight like that. Haye's actually more suited to heavyweight in terms of his stature and whatnot. Usyk knocked Bellew out in like 7 rounds, I think it was. Let's have a look here. And Usyk ain't even a puncher. And it was at cruiserweight, where that's Bellew's best weight. Round 8, Usyk knocked his ass out. And Haye had 6 good rounds against a heavyweight Tony Bellew for the first time in his career. He's never been at heavyweight, Tony Bellew. And you got knocked out twice. Get Haye out of here. It's full of excuses. Oh, my leg went. Oh, my Achilles. What was the second fight about? The second fight, there was no rumours of him. Haye down twice in the 3rd round. So the first fight was the Achilles. The second fight was what? And it's a great example here. Bellew, apparently, in the first fight, Tony Bellew suffered a broken hand. It's a fair play to Bellew. In fact, I think Bellew's light skin. But look at Bellew. And I respect Bellew because, to be fair to him, he got knocked out by Usyk, trying to win. He ran out of gas, but he was trying to win that fight. No one can say Tony Bellew wasn't trying to beat Usyk. And he was making a pretty good job of it until he wasn't. So all these cornballs telling me, oh, YB, I rolled down. Someone said, oh, YB, you can't fight with a broken hand. Oh, you don't understand, YB. When I was slagging Andy Ruiz off for just doing nothing with Jarrell Miller. Oh, YB, a broken hand. Turns out Bellew had a broken hand against David Haye, the big haymaker, massive underdog. Andy Ruiz was a favourite. Bellew had a broken hand and he's whacking Haye with it. Come on now. That's what we're talking about here. There's some old schoolness in Bellew. Yeah, Tony Bellew has some old light-skinned schoolness about him. That's what this shows. Against the odds, in there with a big haymaker, and you've got a robust hand and you're still trying to fight. Haye, oh my leg, oh my little toe. Whittaker, oh my ankle. I rolled on my ankle. Wow. Yeah, Haye's known for knocking out Chisora, folks. I hate to break it to you. David Haye's big claim to fame is knocking out Chisora. That's what you man are sucking off the haymaker for. Sorry, I'm not. You don't get no claim to fame for all the power and how good you was by knocking out Chisora. Who else he knocked out? Valuev, he went life and death. A mixed decision. Majority decision, sorry, mixed. Who else he knocked out? There's no Hall of Famers on this resume. Enzo Maccarinelli, apparently he was half decent. Apparently he was, come on now, he's been knocked out. People, Enzo Maccarinelli is fought 8 times and been lost 8 times, and been knocked out 8 times. So he was begging to get knocked out. That's fair to say. Did Haye pop his cherry though? Oh, Haye might have popped his cherry. No, he's been knocked out. So Maccarinelli got knocked out by some random bum a million years ago, KO'd cold. So he was always ready to go. And Haye had another go on him. Well done. You knocked a man out who'd already been knocked out. Congratulations, David. What else you done? Went life and death with Valuev, who was stiff as molasses. That's it. David Haye is the big magical haymaker because he knocked out Derek Chisora. And he, by the way, Haye, the reason I don't like Haye like that, not to mention the Vlad Klitschko fight, was also the fact he ducked Tyson Fury. That ringside is probably one of the best historical pieces of video we've got. Yeah, Tyson Fury put it on David Haye. It's a great thing to watch. Watch Haye versus Fury face to face or ringside chat. That was wicked. And Haye was talking a good game, and he bottled it. He pulled out of that fight, and then said, "Yeah, me and Chisora are gonna ruin Fury's career." He was laughing about like a little light-skinned girl with pretty eyes. That's what Haye was on. Fact. I was seething at the time. Yeah, I was seething. That's your man's Haye. A career of what? In the weak. This has been the weakest era for cruiserweights for decades. Fact. And heavyweights as well. When Haye was around, that era, man, that 2008 to 2015 was wow. Not a bit of talent there. You got Vlad, that's it. And you bottled it with Vlad. So forget about David Haye. Get him out of here. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one. People, stop it.